The lion, ruler of the savannah. Here, power is not given. It must be claimed and defended. Every stretch of land bears the mark of conflict, where strength determines who remains. Welcome to the world of the king of the savannah, where power is protected by strength. The lion stands as one of the wild's most iconic predators. A mature male tops 3 feet at the shoulder, weighing in at 330 to over 440 pounds of raw muscle. The lioness is lighter, but built for agility and endurance. In the crucial moment, it can unleash a burst of speed reaching nearly 50 miles per hour. This isn't about stamina. It's about ending the fight in a heartbeat. In the savage world, clashes between lions and hyenas are never just about a meal. It is a collision of conflicting interests, where food is the most obvious prize, but never the only reason. For a lion, control is not merely about protecting a kill, but about upholding an ancient order. To allow a rival to dominate is to invite future conflicts that will spiral out of control. Thus, when challenged, the lion unleashes its majesty and might to enforce the line. But hyenas play a different game. They seek not to rule, but to endure. Every contest is a calculated risk, a game of numbers and relentless, grinding pressure. When a lion is isolated, its customary dominance fades. The aura of majesty remains, but it's no longer enough to command order. And in those moments, the balance of power becomes more fragile than ever. In the wilds of Africa, lions and African wild dogs are 2 powers locked on a collision course. Their war is not born of personal hatred, but of a shared appetite for survival. Both hunt the same prey, tipping the very balance of the ecosystem. The wild dogs thrive on the power of the pack, a storm of endurance and seamless coordination, making them a silent, formidable rival to the lion. In contrast, the lion is the embodiment of absolute, individual might. Its sheer size and regal presence enforce its rule, a dominance that wild dogs rarely dare to challenge head-on. Yet this very clash of strategies keeps their conflict perpetually simmering just below the surface. So when an opportunity strikes, the lion does not hesitate. especially against a young, untested pack. This is no impulsive act. It is a cold, calculated instinct to extinguish a future threat before it can ever truly rise. Among apex predators, the relationship between lions and leopards is one of brutal imbalance. Lions represent the raw power of the pride. When they appear, the entire dynamic of the territory shifts, forcing other hunters to fall back. The leopard understands this implicitly. It does not seek direct confrontation, opting instead for strategic avoidance and timely retreat. This is not weakness, but a survival instinct forged across generations. But paths inevitably cross. When territories overlap or kills are contested, the leopard is thrust into a vulnerable position. Against the coordinated might of a lion pride, a lone hunter's skill becomes irrelevant. In these moments, the leopard can lose territory, its meal, and sometimes its very life. In the contest between lion and cheetah, the balance of power is a foregone conclusion. The lion is the embodiment of absolute might. Its colossal frame, immense stamina, and the strength of the pride allow it to command the landscape with its mere presence. The cheetah walks another path entirely. It is built for blistering speed, not brutal confrontation. Its sleek frame and explosive acceleration let it strike down prey in a heartbeat. But this same design leaves it fragile before larger predators. When confronted by a lion, the cheetah's options vanish. It yields, prepared to abandon its kill in an instant. This isn't weakness. It is the cardinal rule of the wild. Survival always trumps victory. For a lion, the greatest threat isn't another species, but its own kind. They live by a rigid hierarchy, where every position is tied to the right to feed, the right to breed, and the right to rule. When this order is maintained, the pride is stable, but the moment the top position is challenged, the balance shatters. The air shifts, wary glances are exchanged. A grown male will not stand aside when he senses an opportunity. To him, the throne isn't just a title. It's the key to survival and the continuation of his bloodline. When power is threatened, combat becomes inevitable. These showdowns are not born from a flash of anger, but from cold, drawn-out calculation. The stronger, more relentless fighter wins. The victor keeps the territory, the pride, and the right to breed. The loser is forced into exile, facing peril and often death. To the lion, the zebra is not just prey. It is a disciplined, organized force. Their powerful bodies, deep stamina, and lightning reflexes allow them to hold a tight, defensive formation. A wall of stripes nearly impossible to breach. The lion knows this. It wastes no energy on pointless chases. Instead, it waits patiently for the perfect moment to strike. A zebra hunt is not a game of speed. It is a game of mistakes. Hunting alone, the lion targets the vulnerable. The young, easily separated and quick to falter. The goal is a swift, clean kill, minimizing risk. But when the pride hunts, the strategy shifts entirely. They become a coordinated unit, applying pressure to shatter the formation, forcing one inexperienced animal into terrifying isolation. In these pack hunts, the adolescent zebra is the perfect target. Strong, but not yet wise enough to hold its place in the chaos. For a lion, the wildebeest is a vital prize. A single kill, with its massive frame and abundance of flesh, can feast a pride for days, fueling its power and its reign over the territory. But this is no easy quarry. With formidable stamina, sharp reflexes, and the fury to fight back when cornered, every hunt is a life or death gamble. On the move, the herd is a unified, thundering fortress, nearly impossible to breach. This is why the lion hunts with strategy. It stalks in utter silence, anticipating a single error, its eyes locked on the out of step, the isolated. When the moment fractures open, the ambush is a lightning strike, swift and absolute, before the herd can turn and unleash its crushing weight. The lion. Not merely the apex predator of the savannah, but the guardian of nature's equilibrium. By keeping prey populations in check, they impose order upon the ecosystem, preventing its collapse and ensuring its stability. Thank you for watching to the end. If you have a passion for nature and the untamed world, like, share, and subscribe to join us on our next expedition.